Welcome to a handover video of the Malibu 640 Charming. We'll start as we often do with our videos, just to show you where the fuel goes. So we'll start at the passenger side. So the ignition key goes in there, unlocks, so that's where the fuel would go. This van has also got AdBlue on it, so AdBlue would go in there. It will count down, so when you get 1,000 miles it'll tell you on the dashboard and count you down. Once you see it coming up the dashboard, top up the AdBlue just at your first opportunity, because once it gets to 0, it would not let you use, it wouldn't let you start the engine, it won't let you run the van. If I open the passenger door, the bonnet release is there. We'll open that and then we'll go under the bonnet in a second. Normally you'd have a toolkit under here, but Malibu have fitted the fuse gear and electrics underneath the passenger seat, so that's what's under there. Let's go around to the front of the van. So unlatch the bonnet, you'll see it when I open it. It is a yellow lever just there, and I'll show you where the bonnet stay goes. Bonnet stay uncatches from there, swings up and locates in that red section there. So we'll go over to the left hand side, so driver's side. So screen wash is right in there, so right in that corner. This section does detach, but you better get a flexible funnel, it's a much easier thing to do. As we move across the van, we've got the coolant system here, so it should be between the minimum and the maximum, so it's just sitting nicely in there. Got hydraulics is there, oil would go in there. This is fitted with electronic dipstick, so it tells you on the instrument panel itself when it's needing oil. Moving across to the right hand side, down there, if we open that flap, there is a blade under there. That would be the positive connection. Negative connection, the little symbol up here, is on there. So if you need to jump start this vehicle or help somebody out, the black negative connection will go in there, the red positive connection will go in there. Open the driver's door. Nothing too much to show you on this side, probably an obvious one, but show it anyway. The handbrake is on the right hand side, so opposite to many cars where it's in the middle of the two seats, so on the right hand side. One thing I do demonstrate is when we're up here is the door blinds, so you pinch them to put them across. They're quite fragile, so be gentle with them, guide them across, they'll locate in there and they'll click in with a magnet. To undo it, just pull it back open, and again, like I say, just guide them, be gentle with them. Make sure you hear it lock in place with a solid click. The ones in this van, they slide across as well, so same, so just up here, so pinch, slide across, they will meet in the middle with a magnet, and obviously, especially with the driver's one, make sure you hear a solid click when it goes back into. 3/4 of the way back on the driver's side, to the offside, underneath this is the lever, so this is your wastewater release, or wastewater dump. So it's closed just now, half a turn, a quarter of a turn I should say, and there might be a tiny drop come out. I've just been testing systems, that would release the wastewater, the grey water. Just close it, quarter of a turn, back up, that's it closed. To the rear of the van on the driver's side, the water tank is inboard, so that is your water infill, so a key would go in there, unlock it. Underneath that we have got, pop it open, an external shower point, so water point would be in there, just click in and twist, close that down and close it with a click. On the passenger side rear, this is the exhaust for the boiler, so it can get quite warm, it's been running for a while, so don't cover it up, it can get quite hot. The electric hookup for cable is there. You'll hear us in any of the videos you've ever watched, we'll say plug the van in first, then go and plug it in at the post or electric, and then switch it on at the post. Forward of that is the cassette toilet, or the opening for it, so locker for it. We wasn't going to demonstrate that in the video at the moment. We'll move forward. Habitation door on driver's side, let's open up. Step, the button is there, so press the button, step will move out, press it again, step will go back in again. Let's put it out, step inside. Shut the door over just for noise. Light switches are just come in the door, so that was the one for the step. These are lights, so let's switch them back on. Fridge I've got on at the moment, so that shows that the fridge is on. So if it's switched off, there's no lights on the fridge at all. Press and hold that until it lights up. To change settings on it, just press on there, it will start flashing. You can then change the temperature, or you can change that as night mode, put it back to night mode, press it on. When it's lit up in blue, it will quieten it down and use a bit less energy as well. Control panel on Malibu is tucked away behind a panel, so it's got a little hole there, so I'll lift it up and there's a little catch to hold it open there. So this is the sort of main control panel, so as you step in, this is the one you would turn on first. Switch control panel on, we press that button there. I have already, so we're on. This shows that we're on electric hookup. To check the state of the vehicle battery is the bottom one, so I'll show you vehicle battery there. Next one up is wastewater, so there's none in it because it's empty, so it's not going to show anything. Next one up is fresh water. You've got a little drop in it for me testing systems. Next one up is your leisure battery, so you can see what's in there. That one, if I pressed it and held it, would take the music from the sound system at the front and pipe it through the rest of the van, so a good little feature. This isn't a standard factory fix. I'm going to be honest on video and say I don't know what it does yet. I need to figure it out. I don't think it's heated tanks because it's inboard tanks, so it doesn't really make sense. We need to try and find out what that is. This would be your trimmer system, so let's go through this. This panel is your trimmer panel. You need your main panel switched on first before you switch on this. So this is, press that button. The first thing I do is I normally check to see what energy source I'm using. So I'll go to the third one across. If you press that, you've got options. So at the moment it's sitting on gas. I don't want to use the gas because it's not my van. Mix 1 would use gas and electric, so use 900 watts of electric and gas. Mix 2 will use 1800 watts of electric and also gas. Then we've got electric 1, just electric only, taking 900 watts from the source. Electric 2 would take 1800 watts. So let's select that as a power source or energy source. Then going to go back to there. This one is the heating. So if I press that, heating's off just now. It's quite a warm day here, but we'll turn it up and see if it'll actually come on. Let's turn it up to, let's try 25. So 25 degrees. That symbol will go up there, little flame. That doesn't mean it's on gas, it just means that's heating. So that's flashing just now to say that it's active. That will go back to clock, tells us temperature was set. It will then kick in. You'll hear a couple of clicks I've just heard, and probably too quiet for camera. The fan will start whisper quiet and the warm air will start coming out. To put on hot water is the next one along, so press that. Off just now. You've got options of eco, hot or boost. So eco is for doing dishes, hot would be sort of washing more stubborn stains, hot would be shower. So to put it on, we'll put it on eco, just that. Again, that will flash to show that we've selected it and it will pop up in the top there. To turn these off, I'll do it in reverse order. Just go back to heating, press on heating, turn it down so it goes numbers all the way down to 0 and then off. Press off. Turn off hot water, same thing. Turn it from eco down to off, press off. It will flash for a couple of seconds as it deactivates. Next one across is fan speed. So it's off just now. You can vent it, so you can adjust the fan speed. But all it does is it's not air conditioning, it's just blowing the air around the van. So you've got fan speed goes all the way up to 10. I won't leave it on because 10 does come on quite fast. Or all the way back down. So let's do it there. That symbol means that we're on hookup, so you can tell on the mains panel and also the trimmer panel whether you're plugged in and electric is switched on. Next one down is you can set a timer. That setting you can set the clocks. That setting you can change a few things, so like temperature, centigrade, Fahrenheit, brightness of the screen, 12 hour, 24 hour, language, etc. So let's just come back out of there. To shut the panel down completely, just press and hold that. It will say off and disappear. Water we've got switched on. The water pump is always active as long as the panel is switched on. So it works on a micro switch on the taps itself. So something to be aware of, if you're doing a winter drain down, you drain the water out of the tanks. Don't put the power on at the main control panel and leave this open. Switch the control panel off if you want to vent it and do it. But we've got water running, it's active, hot and cold at the moment. Inside the back right hand door, if you move the bedding, you'll have this section which lifts and comes away, and that is where your water, such a fresh water tank is in there. If we look right down there, that is the tap or valve, if you like, to open it. So instructions are there. So at the moment it's closed off and it's got water in it. To undo it 3/4 of a turn, and you hear the water draining out the bottom. That'll be how you drain your fresh water tank. Rear shelving units, they're in two separate pieces, so short piece or small piece and bigger piece. They sit in at raised level, so you've got under floor or under storage for the likes of deck chairs, big things, windbreakers, these kind of things, and also storage on top. You can lock them in place underneath, but at the moment they're unlocked, you just come out freely. You would undo these to get access to the boiler locker at the front. With the shelves out in the rear of the van, over to the left hand side, this is where you find the boiler. So if I undo that, that will drop down. So boiler is located in there. The main reason we're showing you in this section is this is your frost protection valve. So this is it down here. So that should always be across the way. There's a blue button right down in front. Don't know if you see it on camera, which should be flush. If during cold weather and it pops, it will go that way and the button will pop out. To reset it, get the temperature up inside van, push the button in, turn that, push the button in, and it should stay in. If it is really cold temperatures, we would say below 8 degrees, it might not reset. You might need to get a heater in round about this area, warm up the area round about the back of the van, round about the boiler, reset it, and that should stay closed. Toilet's a little bit different on the Malibu. It tucks away or hides away nice and neat. So what you would do is you've got that lever there, you've got a little lever in the bottom. So as you turn that, that releases the mechanism, slides underneath. To use the shower, you have that which tucks away there. You've also got your sink here, but it tucks away nice and neat as well. So it slides across. And then you'd have this to go around. So as you step inside, you've got this door to shut and close to become a shower cubicle. Gas hob, I've not got gas connected just now, so can't actually light it and demonstrate it. I'll do it when customers here with me. But you push it in, click the igniter, once it's lit, let the igniter go, hold the control for a second until it's warmed up, and then release it, it will stay lit. If you've had the gas on for a while, let it cool down before shutting the lid, because this can shatter. Inside the drawer is your isolation valve for the hob, so it's there. It is off just now, that would be on, that would be off. Plenty storage around this van, but one of the features is a wardrobe. So just at the bottom of the bed there's a little bit there, so you can lift that up and there's a wardrobe with a rail. Also opens as a door. The right hand section of the bed, it also lifts up, so if you lift it from here, we've got storage under there, but also this is where your RCD trip switches live, so if anything trips out, check here, just make sure it's up position. More storage here. There's also access via a hatch to the boiler below, but there's another hatch in the garage underneath. Thank you for choosing Highland Camper Vans. We hope you have many happy adventures in your van, and we hope you have lots of miles with lots of smiles.